Have questions about your pets? Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Erik Fox.
A very beautiful Wednesday morning, a little bit chilly, but it's nice out there. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. On the side of the screen, joined as always by our friends over at Kern County Animal Services. Nick is our guest today, and special guest star is Shiloh. First of all, how you doing, Nick?
I'm doing well. Erik, how are you?
Doing great. Let's go and talk about Shiloh, who's our guest today, who's hanging on the floor today.
Yeah, Shiloh, she is certainly not shy. She is one of our larger shelter residents. She is still only 11 months old somehow, but you can see she's a big girl. She's about 80 pounds, and she's still got some growing to do. She's certainly a large breed mixed dog. We think she's probably got maybe a little Dogo in her, and maybe some Dalmatian. She's certainly got the Dalmatian coloring. But she's, like I said, she's still a puppy. She's only 11 months old, and she's just incredibly playful and she's very sweet. She's already spayed. She's a healthy baby girl, and she loves everybody she comes across. She loves treats. Our staff has taught her to sit. She knows how to sit and take a treat. She sometimes maybe takes the treat a little too aggressively. I don't mean aggressive, but she's just excited.
Exactly.
But she is just a beautiful, beautiful girl, and she's going to need somebody with probably some strong biceps. When she starts pulling, you're going in whatever direction she wants to go in.
No, as weather starts to warm up, we're definitely getting back into that activity mode after we've been huddled in by fireplaces or other warm areas. So Shiloh could be that extra boost you need to get down that trail a little faster.
Yeah, whether you want to go fast or not, I think the pace is going to be set by Shiloh. Once she starts going in one direction, you're probably going to go along with her. But like I said, she's just so loving and such a deserving dog of somebody's love and attention, and she's available for adoption right now at the Kern County Animal Shelter.
Beautiful coloring, 8-month-old female. We got the number on the screen, A1166405. This is Shiloh. Love the dots. And like you said, there's probably some Dalmatian there. Definitely you can see the Dalmatian spotting there. And ready to go home, right?
Yep, already spayed, already vaccinated, healthy girl. She's available right now. Her adoption fee is just $25. And she's, like I said, she's just going to be somebody's completion of their family just because she's so sweet. And she gets along with everybody she comes across.
And we were talking about $25. That's part of an adoption promo you guys got going on. I love the name of it. Spring a Dog.
Yeah, I think that works out to somewhere around 25 cents a pound or something like that. She's such a good girl, and she's going to be a worthwhile endeavor for somebody that is looking for that perfect family pet that's probably active.
And of course, it's like I said, it's that time of year where you start thinking about getting healthy yourself, getting out of the house, and enjoying the weather as it warms up. Shiloh would definitely be that extra companion you can take on the trails or just wherever you want to go. Shiloh looks like she's ready to go already.
She certainly is. She's ready to go to your home.
A1166405 is Shiloh's number. And of course, a lot of animals need help out there at the shelter. And you guys have a lot of specials going on. Can you kind of explain the process of what it goes into adopting a pet from Kern County Animal Services?
Yeah, of course. She's available right now. So all she would take is just a person with the right lifestyle and looking to commit to a large breed dog. So like I said, she's already spayed, so there's no spay-neuter surgery that has to happen. She's already spayed. But we're open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Except for Wednesdays, we stay open late for folks. We're open from 2 to 7 on Wednesdays. But folks can come down. They can meet the dog of their choice. They can ask questions about what we know about their behavior. And we'll try to help you make an informed decision. And she is chewing on the leash. Very playful. She's very playful.
She's playful. She can be chill. And speaking of chill, we've had a lot of chill over the winter and a lot of storms. Did want to bring up something in which we've been kind of seeing around, and that's as the snow starts melting, the rivers around us are getting fuller, and there are some concerns when it comes to safety around that, especially when it comes to animals.
Yeah, and it's a good topic to cover. We had some questions come up just yesterday, actually, from some concerned um, owners of livestock, actually large animals, horses mostly, because there's been some stories in the media lately that with the rains that we've had recently, and what the rains have done to the water levels in the Kern River, that coupled with the normal seasonal melting of the snow in the upper levels of the surrounding counties. And once that snow starts to run off and melt and contribute to the water levels of the river, there are some news stories about some concern about the river exceeding its banks. And some folks have asked us, well, what do we do with our large animals? Because there's a lot of boarding facilities, a lot of large animal horse boarding facilities along the river. And some of the current concerns that came up were just, what do we do, And I think it's a good opportunity to think, well, if you're housing large animals and you're in a floodplain, it's a good time to make sure that you have some resources, some contacts, boarding facilities outside of the metropolitan area, maybe outside of Kern County, transportation for your large animals in case of an emergency. Pay attention to the Kern County Fire Department, City of Bakersfield Fire Department, and if there are warnings that come through, please heed those warnings. And then if you've made those preparations, just make sure that they're up to date, that you have an alternate placement, especially for your large animals. And as always the case, when the disaster strikes, if a disaster should strike in Kern County, the Kern County Emergency Operations Center usually directs county agencies to supply whatever emergency resources we can. So we'll have to trigger some of our mutual aid friends, like the Kern County Fairgrounds, to provide some emergency housing for large animals. So, to my knowledge, it has not been a directive from our Emergency Operations Center to make any specific preparations, but it has been a topic that's been on the news lately. So we did want to touch on it, that preparation is key, especially for large animals, if there should be flooding. And it's always good to be prepared. And like I said, really pay attention to some of the local media for disaster response if that were to happen. There'll be plenty of communication that's coming out of the city and out of the county if that should happen.
Just like we always say, be prepared as family members. It's always nice to take that extra second to really think about those animals in your life, and especially the ones in which you're responsible for. So have some responsibility there. And I think it's also important to point out that Kern County Animal Services, not just dogs and cats, but you guys also take care of all animals. It's animal services, not dogs and cat services.
Yeah, this is true. Unfortunately, this year so far we've taken in more horses than we have in quite a long time. I think we've taken in so far as of the beginning of the year, January 1st, we've taken in about 7 horses. Thankfully, we've been able to find homes for them all. So it's certainly a concern. We certainly do manage animals beyond just dogs and cats. But like we said, preparation is key for large animals, especially if you should be in the area where disaster might strike.
Nick is our guest today from Kern County Animal Services, and special guest, as always, is the guest that Nick has. And today it's Shiloh. Shiloh's kind of chilling on the floor a little bit. She is 11-month-old, 80 pounds, so she's going to grow a little bit. She's still got a lot of puppy energy. She's a big, big girl, but you know what? She has a lot of love to give, because the more dog you have, the more love you get from them. And ready to definitely get you all healthy as we get into the summertime. And, of course, information right there, A1166405. Shiloh needs to get a home, along with all the other amazing animals that you guys are taking care of. And we always appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, thank you, Eric. I always appreciate the platform.
And we'll catch you next time here as we give you more guests and more chances to meet your new forever friends and find out all the things that Kern County Animal Services is doing with Energy 95.3. We'll see you next time.